Okay, now we're going to be looking at tapping this hole. This this is right behind the milling machine. There's going to be one set up here for the person using the blue Inco mill, and there'll be one behind the tan Wells mill. And you will bring your part over here. Last thing you're going to do, you're going to lock it into the vise here. And it'll either be a tap tap handle like this with a tap in it. I need to get a wrench to be able to lock this one in place, but a big handle or a little T-handle, which is perfectly fine for this. There's also going to be some little cup or some such with oil in it, and some Q-tips. Normally we would use a brush to put the oil on or a dropper, but in these days and time, the Q-tip is disposable. So you'll dip it in the oil and tap a little bit around the hole, and then you can start turning your tap. And once you get going, you're going to want to back out, but take 2 or 3 turns at first. You got to put a little bit of pressure on it, but start turning, back out a little bit to get the chips out, and at a point you're going to see that it's pulling itself in. There's all kinds of fancy ways, and you'll see those in some of the professional videos about lining it all up to keeping it straight. If this is the first time you've tapped a hole, don't worry about keeping it straight. Just go through the experience of tapping. You may want to pull it out all the way and put in a little more oil. The Q-tips don't work as well. They get all gummy and you get the cotton in there, but this stuff's going to cut right through the cotton. It just kind of gets in the way. So we're going all the way in, and at a point you'll find that it goes very smoothly. That's because it's through the straight part of it, and you're pretty much done. A tap like this could go through 1-inch thick material. These are just standard taper taps. You'll learn all about different kinds of taps when we talk about screw sizes and tapping holes, which you should have probably seen by the time you get into doing lab work, because it's going to be it's one of the first topics. Okay, now you got to unwind it because you can't get it out, and you will see that a number 8 size screw will thread into that and would hold it together. I would normally go get, I forgot to bring one out here, but maybe when I do some of the wrap up, I will show you how to do that. Tap handle goes in your box for sanitation. Okay, Q-tip in the trash. The parts you made will go in your locker. You're going to be assigned a locker. I'll be talking, you should have heard the video on that. And so you can go in here and you can put it in your locker if that happens to be yours. If it doesn't, don't put it in there. However, it does call for you to write your initials. It says you could stamp them, and it says to write them up here. Just write them somewhere. I may actually have you stamp them. There's a reason for that, since people won't take them. And I may do a little bit more touch up on this. Okay.